I've waited my whole life to finally see this happen. And it's amazing, and I want to be excited about it, but I can't because I'm heartbroken by the political divide that we have in this country. And I think it's good that people have heated debates about important topics. Because if we disagree, we have to talk about it. And we have to try to find a middle ground, and we have to try to work out all these issues. Because any society is going to have problems and issues to work through. But what breaks my heart is that if you engage in any type of political discussion online for even just a few minutes, you're immediately going to see how strongly each side demonizes the other. The conservative side will be online saying that all the liberals are pedophiles, and the liberals are saying all the conservatives are racist, and neither thing is true. What we have is people, 99% of people are just good people trying to do what's best for themselves and their family and for their neighbors and for the country as a whole. Most people are good. At least that's my experience growing up and living in a very rural part of America. I do not see, in a daily life, I don't see evil and hatred and anger every day. Obviously, bad things happen in the world, but for the most part, the people I interact with every day are just good people trying to do the best they can. And I think that's probably how the whole country is. But people who live in cities have very different experiences that they live, and it causes them to prioritize different things in, within the political discourse. I think that's a big part of it. But what I'm trying to say before I get to the topic of the video is, it's just so important that we all learn how to disagree without hating each other. Nothing could be more important than the fact that you disagree with what I'm about to say, that we don't have to hate each other over that. So what I'm talking about right now is the way our federal government functions and the way it should function. And I want to make an analogy that I've thought about this for the last 30 years. Since I was a teenager, I was thinking this and having this conversation. So what do I mean when I say that I've waited my whole life for this? I'm trying to be kind in the way I talk about it, but I'm just going to have to be kind of blunt and make a rough comparison here. That the way this country has operated for my entire lifetime is like a family that makes $40,000 a year but has $500,000 in debt and just continues to spend money and spend money and spend money. We're buying new sports cars. We're loaning money to everybody in the world. Like, I make $40,000 a year. I've got $100,000 just in credit card debt, not to mention my, $250,000 mortgage. But I'm going to loan money to my neighbor and never ask for him to pay me back. I'm paying my adult children to live in the basement, and I pay all their expenses. And, I can't pay my own debt, but I'm going to subsidize everyone else. And in this scenario, what we've got is maybe some alcoholism in the family. What I'm saying is, it's out of control. Now, if this was you and this was your life right now, and you're at the point where every day you don't know how you're going to get through till tomorrow because you have so much debt, and you say life is hard and everything's expensive and I can't buy eggs and whatever the story is, the only solution, it's like Dave Ramsey. You cannot tiptoe your way out of a problem like that. There's only one solution. If that's you, you've got to immediately cut out any unnecessary spending. You've got to sell that car, even if you take a loss. You're going to have to sell the house, even if you take a loss, even if they're suing you for the difference, and you're going to have to downsize into a smaller house. You're going to have to tell those kids, get off your ass, get a job. I can't pay your bills because I can't pay my bills. And the alcohol's gone, the drugs are gone, we're not buying cigarettes, we're not going to the casino on the weekend. If this is a family, the only way to fix it is an intervention. We got to shake shit up. We have to What is happening is not sustainable. And that's what our country is. We've got the alcoholic family member. We've got the adult kids living in the basement. Spending is out of control. And you cannot fix it by tweaking. What's happening right now with Doge, I know if there's any liberals who've made it this far into the video, they're going to be angry that all of a sudden Elon Musk is a Nazi. If you're that mad and you're that far gone with it, say whatever you want. But they're auditing systems within our government. And when I go on Twitter, I see people say Elon Musk is trying to take away your Social Security. It's just made up. It's 100%. It's made up. What they're doing is auditing the system and say, we're spending $1 billion a year, whatever the number is. Just massive amounts of money are being paid out to benefits for Social Security, okay? Those people deserve Social Security benefits. Nothing can come between them and getting their benefits and not getting them. We will pay out all of the Social Security payments that are owed. But when we audit the system, and you say there's 100 million people who should be eligible for those payments, but 150 million people are getting those payments. And there's this big outcry of whenever they said that there are people over 150 years old being paid benefits. And they say, no, nobody that old's getting benefits. Are you crazy? Like, you are smarter than that. You know what's happening. There is faked Social Security numbers. There are fraud. They found cases of people taking the Social Security number of a newborn baby and using that Social Security number from a baby to take out small business loans through the Small Business Administration of the U.S. government. There is tremendous amount of money just flowing out the door, and we have no idea where it's going. If that's in your house, at some point, you got to call a whole family in, and everybody sits down, and you say, we can't go out to a steakhouse for every meal. We're going to have to cook here at the house. And I need to know, everyone's needs are going to be taken care of, but I need to know, where's the money going? What have you, I've been giving you money every week. What are you doing with it? It's about accountability. We have to audit what is happening. And there's 3 groups here. There is extreme right that will never acknowledge anything on the Republican side is wrong. And there's extreme left, and it's just we hate the orange man. And most people are here in the middle. And you've got to just look at it and say, there might be pain involved in this. But we have to get on a sustainable path no matter what it takes. So let's look at the tariffs. Countries all over the world use tariffs against each other to try to swing the balance of trade in their favor. It happens all over the world all the time. All kinds of countries have tariffs on us. We have tariffs on them. We are in a situation where we're acting as if we're rich. We can owe this country money but give them foreign aid as a gift. So think about the insanity of this. We're $36 trillion in debt, and we give money as foreign aid to poor countries. We're the poorest country in the history of the world. No country's ever been negative 36 trillion. So, if I can't afford to pay my electric bill, my electric's about to get shut off, they're repossessing my car, I'm making all the loan payments to all my neighbors that I borrowed money from. So, sorry, Bill, I can't pay you back that money that you loaned me, but I'm going to give to the needy. I'm going to just give you money. Not loan it, I'll just give money to everyone who needs it because they're poor. We are $36 trillion in debt. We can't give anybody money. You can't give away money if you don't have any money. We've got all this debt. All the countries are using tariffs as a tool to collect more revenue. And it's not really about revenue. It's actually about balancing trade between countries. Right now, we said, look, any country that has tariffs on us, we're also going to put tariffs on you. I'm paying interest on the money that I borrowed from you. Maybe you should pay interest on the money I've given you. Let's just be fair about it. So I've waited my whole life to see accountability from the government. Never seen it one day, not 1 second, not 1 ounce. My entire life, there's never been an effort to be responsible with the way we operate the government until right now. This is the first time I've ever seen us try to balance the budget, try to collect more money than we spend. It's never happened before. And it's finally happening. And I'm proud to see it. Now, Trump's trying to do something incredible, which is to finally bring common sense to the way the government operates. And he's being fought on every level. Like the fake charges that were brought against him, all that BS. It's just made up stuff to try to keep him from being elected. So we're going to take him to court for whatever they want to make up. He's being fought every inch at every level to stop him from doing this. And it's a major, major challenge. He's already fighting all these other world leaders to try to create balance within our trade system. He's fighting the liberal politicians. He's fighting the media. He's fighting everybody, and he's fighting for us. He's fighting to level the playing field, and he's fighting to kick out that alcoholic uncle who's been sleeping on the couch. And I don't know if he can win against all that. It might be a struggle, but I believe in it. I believe that we're finally, for the first time in my life, trying to do the right thing. I hope it works. I don't know if what we're doing right now will work, but I know that everything else we've ever done also didn't work. What we're doing right now may work, it may not work. What we've done in the past did not work. It's proven. So, that's just my thoughts on it. Let's try to be respectful to each other and let the man have a chance to do his job. I appreciate you taking time to watch the video. I'll put links on the screen to a couple more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.